Hello guys, so in today's video I was thinking of doing some algebra again. So this time we will do form algebra equations, meaning making the algebra equations. Okay, so we're making the equations this time, and we're also solving a little bit more complex but simple equations. Okay, so let's start with one question. So we need to take a question as an example to start this off, right? So let's say that Mike, this guy is Mike, okay? So Mike has a number of candies. He does not know how many candies he has. It was Halloween and he went around and he got a number of candies, like, so we can write X number of candies, okay? So the X is the candies that Mike has, okay? Now, if and we can say, let's say Julia, she also went around, but she has double the number of candies. So that will be 2x the number of candies Mike has. So what do we know here? Mike has x number of candies and Julia has 2x number of candies. Now why did I not write y over here? Because we're already using the number of candies Mike has as x. And since it's the same number of candies, x is the same, we're just doubling x, right? So x is the same number. So we're using x again, because if we use y, that would mean that there's a different number, right? So whenever there's x or the same letter or the same variable, as we call them, the letters are called like A, B, C, like all the letters that you see, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, what all the letters that you see as variables in the algebraic equation, they're called variables. Okay. So if the variable is the same, I'm using technical words now. If the variable is the same, then the value is the same too. Okay. Now, if Julia has 2x candies and if Julia has, let's say, 50 candies, okay, if Julia has 50 candies, then write an equation to show how many candies Mike has. So we have to write an equation now. How are we going to write this equation? So we know that Mike has x number of candies. Now Julia has 2x, right? So if she has 2x and we need to find how many candies Mike has, we can say that if Julia has 50 candies, then we can say 50 divided by 2, right? So let's say Julia's candies are not 50. If we want to find Julia's candies, okay? We don't know how many candies Julia has, we don't know how many candies Mike has. But to show relation between them, we need to write an equation. Write an equation to show this. So if we want to write an equation, we can say that candies, like Julia's candies, so we can just say y. Julia's total number of candies is y. Okay? Julia. Mike. X. Okay? Julia's candies are y, Mike's candies are x. Okay? So now we can write the equation like this. X times 2, which means 2x is equal to y. Okay? Look at how simple that was. So this tells us that Mike's candies, which is x, times 2 is y, meaning Julia has double Mike's candies. That was simple. Now, what if we knew that Mike's candies is, let's say 20. If we knew that Mike's candies are 20, we could replace the x over here. 2 times 20 is equal to 40. So now we know, instead of the y, this is Julia's candies, y. Oh, and this is Mike's candies, x. So did you see? Making an equation is really important. Now what if right now he had 20 candies, Mike, but suddenly let's put our equation in the side, 2x is equal to y. But suddenly his friend came, another of his friends came and gave him 10 more chocolates. So now that would mean x plus 10, okay, put that in brackets, 2. 2x plus 10. So what does that mean? 2x plus 10. Why are we putting this in brackets? Because first Mike got 10 candies, right? But Julia still has double of him. Still, somehow she still has double of him. She also got candies from her neighbors and her friends. So Julia still has double. Okay? Now, let's say that Mike got 10 more candies from his friend. So, x plus 10. First Mike's candies plus 10, right? Because he has 10 more candies. Then we double it. Because when we double it, then we get Julia's candies. So, x is 20. So, we can write 20 plus 10, right? That's 30. So, 2 times 30 is equal to 60. So Julia has 60 candies now and Mike has 30 candies. Now that was simple, wasn't it? Now I'm going to give you an equation to make, okay? So let's do it like this. If at the start of the school year there were 20 chalk pieces, let's say chalk, L-K, 20 chalk pieces at the start of the school year, E-C-E-S, okay? Let's not write 20, it can be any number, okay? I'm changing the number in my mind. At the start of the year, there were X number of chalk pieces, X, A number of chalk pieces, okay? You need to get familiar using all of the letters. A number of chalk pieces, A anything, A number of chalk pieces at the start of the school year. And at the end of the school year, there were half the chalk pieces left. Not half, let's say quarter the chalk pieces left. And then another class teacher came. Class teacher took five chalk. Okay? So, write an equation for this. Write equation. I can't write full sentences over here because the board. I need space to solve it for you guys. Okay, So you can pause the video to answer this. I'm going to continue explaining. If you don't know how to solve this, then I'll show you how to answer it. Okay. So a number of chalk pieces at the start of the year. Okay. Now let's say that let's give this a letter first. Uh, let's say E. Okay. E number of chalk pieces. Okay. So now at the start of the school year we had a number of chalk pieces. So first we write A, and then after that at the end of the school year we had quarter the chalk pieces left, right? So A divided by so there were 1/4 the chalk pieces left, right? So we will write it like this: A divided by 4, right? Because 1/4 is divided by 4, right? So at the end of the school year they were divided by 4. Write an equation to show how many were left at the end of the school year. At end. Okay? So A divided by 4. That's what happened first, right? But then a class teacher came and took 5 chalk pieces. So we'll put this in bracket because first we need to do this. First of all, we need to do this using the BODMAS rule. Always the bracket comes first. So A divided by 4. Okay. Then what we need to do? We need to put minus 5 because the class teacher came and took 5 chalk from another class. Other class teacher came and took 5 chalk pieces is equal to the pieces left at the end of the school year. So this is how you're going to write it. Now how did I make this? Let me show you again. A is the number of chalk pieces at the start of the school year. Then we had divided by 4. At the end there were 4 divided by 4 chalk pieces left, quarter of the pieces left. So put divided by 4 over here. Now you have to do minus 5. Why? Because a class teacher came and took 5 chalk pieces. So minus 5. And then that's the number of chocolates, the number of left at the end of the year. So this is how you will make the equation. If you were able to solve this, well done. Now I'm going to give you an equation to solve. Okay. I wanted to solve the equation that we made before. That's A divided by 4 minus 5 is equal to E. E is the chalk pieces left at the end of the year. A is at the start of the year. Okay. Suppose A is equal to let's say 7. No, not 7. That would be too much. That would be hard for you guys. Let's say yeah, 52. A is equal to 52. Now I want you guys to solve it. You can pause the video to solve it because I'm going to explain the answer right now. I want to keep the video short and easy. So that's why I pause the video, please, if you want to get some time to solve it. Now over here A is equal to 52, right? So first we do the brackets. 52 divided by 2 is going to 4 is going to be 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 13. Yeah, because let's take this as something to help you. I'll give you another trick for division. Think of the highest number that you can. For me, that's 4 times 12, 48. And then 48 plus how much is 52? That's 4, right? So that's 13. Now we know that 13. Now we have to cancel out this bracket and write 13. So now it will look like this. 13 minus 5 is equal to E. Now 13 minus 5 is 8. So E is equal to 8. That was simple, right? Okay, now I'm going to give you not a word problem exactly, but without any real life situations, just there. This will require you to use the keywords. Um, X divided by 2, sorry, I will need you to write this down as an equation. I'll give you an example. 5 less than x divided by 2. 5 less than x divided by 2. So what will come first? X divided by 2. 5 less than x, it could either be shown like this, 5 less than x divided by 2. But since we're using BODMAS rule, over here we will do this part first. Always use the BODMAS rule. Okay? X divided by 2. So first we'll write this like this. X divided by 2. And then we'll write 5 less, right? Minus 5. That was simple. Now I'm going to keep a few more. Now remember, there will be no brackets in these questions. Okay? So I wanted to solve them as it sounds. 6 more than 6 more than no 6 more than y no g multiplied by 6 more than g multiplied by 7. Write this. Pause the video, answer it, and I'm going to answer this for you. G bracket g times 7. Will you write it as g times 7? No. You will write it as 7g. Right? So no need for bracket. 7g plus 6. That was simple. So this is it for today's video, guys. No, it's not actually. I wanted to show you one more thing. Answering a bit more tougher questions. Okay. Now 2x. Let's do it like this. 2x plus 5 is equal to 27. Now what is x? So first over here, what are we supposed to do? 27 minus 5 will be equal to 22. 22 divided by 2 is equal to 11. X is equal to 11. Ignore it if it looks like 77. Okay, but it's 11 the answer. Okay, so now this is it for today's video, guys, and I hope if you don't understand it, you rewind it so that you can understand more. I like making it from the basics. So bye everyone, hope to see you guys later.